Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Vicki Edmondson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today, I'm not going to make a card. I'm going to show you how to make your own DSP. Now, a lot of you probably already know how to do this, but there are some newcomers that may not know that you can make your own DSP out of any stamp set you'd like. So today, I'm going to use pretty perennials and use some of the flowers and the leaves and the little stamen in the middle and make our own DSP. And I'm going to be using Seaside Spray, Pear Pizzazz, Rococo Rose, Night of Navy, and Daffodil Delight. So let's get started making our own DSP. I have a big piece of grid paper here because we're going to be stamping off of the paper at some point. So first of all, I'm going to start with the Seaside Spray, and I'm going to start with the largest flower in that set, and we're going to just start in the center. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece basic white. Well, that messed up, so let me flip it over because I dropped it. Accidents happen, and there's always two sides to every piece of paper. So we'll stamp that in the center. I'm going to hold this block tight, and we're going to stamp another here, another here. You just randomly stamp wherever you'd like the flowers to be. That's why we needed the grid paper, because we're going to stamp off in certain points. And you can turn your paper is easier than turning your block. And I hope the camera is not shaking too much this morning. Okay. Got that stamp. Now I'm going to take my chamois and clean my stamp off. The Simply Chamois is a great tool to have. Okay, I think we're done with that. Now let's use the Pear Pizzazz and put some leaves on these flowers. And it comes with 2 leaves in the set. The one that's kind of solid, and then this one. I think I'm going to use the solid one today, but you can use either one you want. And what I'm going to do is ink it up, and I don't think it matters which end is the stem end here and which is a leaf end, but I'm going to use the bigger one as a leaf end. And you just stamp one here, and then I'm going to stamp the second generation, first generation, second generation. And I'm going to stamp one here and here. Turn in my paper. I'm going to stamp it first generation, second generation. Ooh. My goodness, I must have got ink on my finger. Well, we'll see if we can cover that up. You know what? Let me clean my stamp with my chamois. I think I'm getting ink over on the side of the block, and that's where that came from. So hopefully I can cover that up. If not, oh well. It's a handmade card, right? Handmade DSP. Not to be perfect. Not to be perfectly printed from some machine. It is your own. Okay. We'll just follow right on through with this. Okay, we got one more. This is the first time I've ever made, stamp off, I forgot. This is the first time I've ever made an 8.5 by 11 piece of DSP. I have made the like 5 by 4.25 little panels, but I've never made a full sheet. So today is a first for me as well. Okay, so now we're going to take Night of Navy, and we're going to use this big stamen and stamp in the middle of the blue flower. And you can always use both sides of your block if you want to put your stamps on. You can see through it. It's photopolymer, so you can definitely see through it. This is very pretty, this Night of Navy on this Seaside Spray. Pretty combination. Okay. I'll clean the stamp again with the chamois. Okay. Now we're going to use the next flower, the smaller of the flowers in this group, and we're going to use Rococo Rose. And what I want to do here is I'm going to, I think I'm going to stamp off and then stamp the flower. Stamp off. We may come back and do some full strength, but I think I'm going to stamp off on these to start with. Hope I'm staying in the camera for you guys too. Okay, you can always go back and add some more if you need to, but the idea is to start in the center from all of those, in the center of your 8.5 by 11, and work your way out and fill in. Okay, now I'm going to take the smaller of the stamen. I'm not going to put any leaves on these, I don't think. I may go back and do it, but let's see how this goes. I'm not going to stamp off this time. Let me take that off so I can see the tiny one better. And we're going to just use the small stamen for the center. Keep it balanced. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I know I am. It's raining again in North Carolina, but it's better weather than a lot of people in the U.S. are having, so I am not complaining at all. Just a fun day in the craft room. Okay. And now I think I'm going to take, I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight. And I think I'm going to take this one. I won't fill that in yet. I might, let me see what else I want to do. What should I do? Again, I'm doing this on the fly. Haven't done this before. I think I might take some of the Night of Navy, and again using the smaller flower. Let's see, I think I will stamp off, stamp on, stamp off, stamp on, stamp off, stamp on, and just keep going like this for a few minutes, and let's see what we come up with. Okay, I think that's gonna take care of that. Now let's take the smaller stamen again, and don't stamp off this time, and see how this works. Let me clean my stamp again, and we're just going to put this full strength right in these. Okay, don't think I missed one. Everything okay? Yep, I think so. Okay. Now, we're going to use the Daffodil Delight. And we will take this one here, and let's fill in some spots that we need to fill in. And let me see, I think I'm going to try and stamp off first and stamp. Yep, I think I'll stamp off and stamp for now. And I may come back and do some bright. The idea is to fill up as much of your paper as you can. Let's see. I'm looking to see where I need something else. Okay. I think that will do all right. Let me see how. I don't think I'll do the dark. I think I'll do it with just the second generation. Now, let's see if I think we need any more space filled in. I just might. So, I think what I'm going to do is take the small flower again, and let's stamp some yellow, some of the Daffodil Delight. Let's use that. And we're going to fill in, and I think I'm going to use, I'm going to use the dark. First generation, I should say. And let's just put some where we need some more space. It's okay if they're all close together, because you do want to fill your paper up, like I said previously, as much as you can. Looking at this, I could have put some more of the larger flowers in, but it's okay. It's going to work. Either way, it's going to work. Let's take this big stamen, the one we stamped here in the center of the flower here. Let's take that and let's take that and do Seaside Spray and fill in some more spots. Okay, and I'm going to use full strength Seaside spray because it's light anyway. I'm going to try to cover that up a little bit. There you go. And just stamp all around wherever you might need it. I hope the camera is not shaking too much for you guys. It's hard when you're tapping all the time. Now, you see what happened right there? I don't like that. But when I cut this and make cards, I'm going to do my best to not get that in there. And if it is there, I just won't use it. It's fun to try something new. And again, it's not going to be perfect. Not supposed to be perfect. And like I said before, you can also use any color combination you like. You can use any stamp set you like and make your own DSP. That's the fun part of doing this. It's your own creation, for sure. Okay, let's get one right down here. And let's see. Can I get one there? No. I'm going to put one right here off the paper. Okay. I think that's going to do it for today. Again, this is just a little quick lesson in making your own DSP, as well as making your own mistakes. So try this with an 8.5 by 11 piece of basic white. Make your own DSP any way you want. And next Friday, I'm going to show you how I cut and make cards with this. We'll see how many cards we can get out of this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, minus my little mistakes if we can work around those. So guys, have fun with your project today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it or learn something from it. In the description below the video, if you click on the see more, or there's a little down arrow over kind of on the right side, right underneath the video. If you click that on, it'll give you all the measurements and the colors and everything that I use when I make my videos. And it'll give you all the supplies that I've used. You can click on the link there and go right to my online store and order the items that I've used in this and the other videos that I make. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator already in the U.S., I would love to have you on my team. Just let me know in the comments below, or give me a thumbs up and share. I'd appreciate that. It does help me to grow my business that way. I do have a host code, and the host code for February is this code. You can take a screenshot of it if you'd like. If you order, place an order with me for the remainder of February. If you place a $50 order before shipping and tax, I will send you a free PDF for this sunshine card. But remember to use the host code that we have here. So guys, until next week, I appreciate it. If you don't have a demonstrator though, and you need a catalog, the annual catalog or the JJ mini catalog, let me know. Celebration is still going on until February 28th. For every $50 you spend, you can get a free gift, is what I'm trying to say, for celebration. It goes until February 28th. For every $50 you spend, you can get the free items that are in here. There's a few in here. If you spend $100, you can get that free. Who doesn't like free, right? So until next week, goodbye and have a great week.